What is up, my friends? How's it going, everybody? We're back with God of War, as we have been a few times in the past, so I'm here. It was a little bit more trying of me today. It took a little bit to push me to get to be on here tonight, so but I'm glad I did so far, so would like to stick with it a little. Didn't see that coming. You also might notice that you're not sitting through a loading screen initially, which is probably not do that every time. Figured I'd start it up and maybe get a lay of the land of where I'm at rather than sticking you in here with me while I figure everything out every stream. So I appreciate that, History Fan. Thank you.
The tunnel boy.
Got it. Be careful.
More tests.
Dwarves must have carved this tunnel around the giant's tracks.
Yeah, it was a little trying to get on the night, but I ended up. Well, I'm here, obviously. Not that I don't want to be here. It's just been one of those days. Got a lot to do, a lot to figure out and stuff, and been keeping my mind busy.
Oh, come on!
That is not helping.
See you on the other side.
Go back here.
Ready yourself.
Can. All right, let's see here. That wasn't too bad. Oop, there we go. Easy peasy, boys. If I let, oh, nope. Okay, it's in. See, if I let go, is it gonna just take up on me, or? How's it going, History Fan? How's your day been? Sounds cool. Looks cool. Not sure if I like it. Go to sockets. Okay, unsocket that. Equip that. I'll slap that same socket on maybe that I had. Grants me some strength and stuff. What else do I have here? What do we got in here? Go for it. Let's wear it. River of None. Not too bad. Got my homework done before midnight, so that's cool. Yeah, that's always always appreciated, I'm sure. Nobody wants to. I remember quite a few times where I had finals and stuff that I had to do that it felt like I was up till midnight just working on it.
May not be as long a way up as we thought.
It's never fun. Because then you start getting those thoughts of like, okay, well, am I even going to get this done tonight, or what's going on? What do you know? There was stuff in there.
How did we make it go? Maybe we're too heavy?
Smart kid.
That did it!
Now, if we push this other one off, we'll go at super
Still too
speed.
heavy? get to the summit? How
Doesn't
far do you think we'll be able to see?
doesn't seem as much like
The
super
lake?
speed as I
The
expected.
world serpent? Our house?
We will see when we get there. Until then, eyes open.
But hey, it works out.
Whoa!
Atreus,
I'm fine. Just lost my
Oh.
balance for a moment.
I was gonna say, you guys see something I don't?
Someone
Because
so strong, you sure worry a lot.
it serves me well, and how I keep us alive.
anything,
Yes.
probably not.
Not a terribly fun way to live.
Definitely not. Oh,
Father, I got one!
I think I might have iframed that hit there. Ooh. Damn. A little rusty. It's been a few days. Oh. I didn't even know what I did there.
Behind you! Heavy truck!
He's a little pissed off. That's alright. Blast that guy off the edge, that'd be ideal. Ooh. God damn, alright.
One more to go!
How was that for fun?
I get it. I should write.
Alright.
Is this where we get off?
No, we are stuck.
Oh. As I say, it sure seems like we're stuck here, but I don't see anything obvious to interact with. Don't fall, my man. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that is my
do not
dog
know.
freaking out.
Think we'll get attacked again?
Definitely.
Get my brother's dog sitting
Yes.
in our house
I'll
for
be
a little while,
ready.
so he's coming by to get it.
Ready yourself, boy.
Oh shit, yeah. Ooh. Alright, well I'm glad they had knockback. Hey! Thanks, my man. Oh yeah, dodge. Oh! Where we at? I should have blocked that. Or parried it, I guess. I don't fight a lot of these guys, so I'm not quite used to their... Guess it doesn't matter, huh? Damn, boy. guess it's nice that they threw some enemies at me because I had nothing.
Almost there. Only 2 left.
All right.
Stuck
See
again?
up top, maybe?
I know.
Or no? Okay. Miscounted on that one, I guess.
Shouldn't we get moving? They could be back any moment.
I feel like they. Maybe I'm speaking a little too soon, but I feel like they kind of missed out on an opportunity to have a fight where the arena kind of swayed back and forth a little bit. We just, just so happened to get stuck twice.
I think we're safe now.
It would seem.
Father,
I feel like that's the equivalent to no shit Sherlock.
what then? What comes next?
Nothing comes next. We go home.
That's it? The adventure is over?
For now. But we will have much to do.
Look at the flowers, young
You
Atreus.
were right earlier on the boat after cutting down the last tree.
Yeah.
You
Guess
said
not.
it felt like something had changed. And it has. And our home is no longer safe. But it will be again. And we must continue your trading.
All we gotta do is clean out the
Okay.
Norse gods. Quite the point of interest you gave me here. Thank you.
We're almost at the summit. Nothing's gonna stop us.
Calm yourself, boy, and stay behind me.
Yes, sir!
Would that be a dragon? Come here, buddy. I just need to smack your fingers a little bit. I love playing this game, man. Is this your first playthrough? Yes, it is. How's it going, Overworked? This is my first playthrough. Actually, my first anything with it. Actually, I did a pretty good job of. I do not know what I'm doing here. Pretty good job of not seeing anything on it. Cool. You might be able to tell. I'm not sure. I'm probably talking a little loud. I got crazy ass louder than I was before.
Be ready.
But no, man, it's been great so far. That's some foreshadow. Electricity or lightning breaks that red crystallized structure.
That was intense.
Good, I scared him off. That's what you want to see.
Hold.
Whoa, what was that?
Fortunate.
That looks like a root of the Yggdrasil tree. Is
Shatter
that a
crystal.
sap?
Crystallized
You can
sap.
destroy war
There is
tree sap
power inside.
obstacles by combining shatter crystals with electric.
Incredible.
I'll grab another for the road. No secrets hidden in the roof. Feeling, I guess.
I can't believe we fought a dragon. I was aiming for his eyes, but I kept losing my footing. Do you think this is their home? Did they move in after the giants left? Or are they why the giants left?
Boy, the air grows thin here. No more questions.
Using up all my oxygen, kid.
Oh, yes. I see.
Not quite so sure if that was supposed to be an offensive thing, but Sindri, okay.
Do you hear that?
Don't know.
Sounds like someone
Isn't Sindri the name of the dwarf, or the clean dwarf brother?
Wait, boy.
It's Sindri.
But they have a real bad
Can you kill
time.
something that big?
If we can catch it off balance.
I can distract him.
Ain't my first time, kid.
What are you doing?
We have to help him.
It sure is nice that he can make shit that's really good. Too bad he can't
Find
wield
an
it.
angle. Wait for my mark.
Thank you. Hey, Ugly! Over here!
All right, so Brock is my favorite dwarf. Yeah, Brock's awesome. Honestly, Brock's one of my favorite parts of this game thus far. Just some of the shit that he says really somewhat catches me off guard. All right, so what are we looking for here? I assume is it his underbelly? No. Oh, well, I guess just get to the end, I guess, huh? Shadow of the Colossus style. This doesn't seem as off balance as I expected. A big, flat, open area. What do you know? He's gonna hit me with something, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna assume I didn't get him with that. Hey, I got him there. Yeah, no, Brock just had the conversation where he's talking about his experience in Alfheim. And that was pretty cool. Let's see, what are you gonna do? So just get, I don't know how to dodge that. Hold L1 and then the block stop ways. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. I wasn't expecting it. Gotta see if that's what I have to do. If I have to just smack him in his weak spot. No! That'll be a no, Scott. Do I have to interact with that? I apologize if it's super obvious, but I'm not seeing it yet. Maybe I was just too far away. I bet that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Probably just a matter of hitting him until he gets a little weaker. Yeah. I hit him with it. There we go. time I do that, I might try to use my rage on him, see what happens. Hey, not a dud. Damn. Misread that. Oh, lightning. And is that's still under him? Where's that at? Okay. I thought I hit the right button, but apparently not. Alright, more than one, I see. Doesn't seem like it really makes much of a difference, but if any at all, actually. Changing his targets, huh?
Boy, are you okay?
Yeah!
I have a plan. Be ready to lower the crane on my mark.
I don't know how this thing works.
I do not care. Be ready.
I kind of wish they would have at least added like the ability to slap him with that. Oh, he didn't like that. Let me just grab one of these. I'll just be getting out of your way. All right, what do you want? It's a coming. All right, do it again, buddy. We got you this time. Maybe. Don't shock me with that, please. All right. Well, he is correct.
Now!
Hope I didn't start that a little too late. No. I guess that is quite a big hole. I was gonna say, I wasn't. I was expecting nothing short of like an entire like head coming off, but I guess the entire side of his neck was gone. So I guess that counts. What do you know?
Wow.
Sindri's here. Hey.
We actually did it. And you!
But nobody's killed a dragon for hundreds of years. Not since the grand culling of the worms. And unless I'm mistaken, you did all that for me.
You are mistaken. The dragon was simply in our path, nothing more.
You deny it all you want, but you saved me, and that deserves compensation.
I will not disagree with that.
Braided mistletoe arrows, straighter than Heimdall and perfectly weighted.
Straighter than
Oh. Thanks?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Ooh, not that.
God damn, is it a bag of
See
holding?
my brother again?
Yeah, he said you lost your talent.
Oh, and that I'm selfish. No, I'm sure. That I value a weapon's look. No, over its purpose. That I'm pretentious. No, and uptight. Fussy. I know what he thinks, but he can't hurt me any. Ah! Burn that.
I do not have time for this.
No. No. Wait.
Something with lightning. Come on, give it to me.
What?
I just need a tooth from that dragon.
Such a badass looking dragon too. Where can we go? Was that in one of these games? Did you actually physically go into the mouth of a creature? I can't recall. I want to say yes, but
Watch where you grab that. Oh, never mind. Oh, so unclean. Oh, so unclean. Oh, the smell. Perfect. That should do. Oh.
let me get myself arranged on the right side of your tiny ass table.
Yeah. I am not touching that. Just hold it out.
Damn fairy dust.
Now, run that along the string of your son's bow.
That's lame.
Just humor me.
I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I was hoping for something axe related,
Atreus.
though. Maybe.
Your bow.
Two passes should do it. Gently, now.
You've acquired shock arrows. Shoot them with shadow crystals to destroy nearby worlds. Resap ops. Right. Do I have to switch with the arrows?
Whoa.
I don't really know. I don't know.
Oh, sure. Now you're impressed. How do I explain this? Oh, I see. You figured it out on your own then. Just, never mind. I wasn't just explaining the beautiful
Upgrade
complex
talent bow,
artistry
okay.
of my craft or anything. No, just
Anything
anything
new?
to help you.
No.
Yep.
Ever trade those babies out? Probably. 23. Nope. Not even. Still not good enough. Never mind. I was gonna say. 23 defense is pretty decent, but wait. I just don't have the resources. I don't. Oh, it's the ancient stuff. Okay, so whenever I get the shit for that, that'll be
How about you, young one?
nice. Go for it.
The smallest one I've ever made, but far from the least. What did we miss?
Need to look at this again. Is Pauldron of the Ancients really awesome looking? What I need, ancient hearts. Okay, so that's probably gonna be, unless I can buy that, which I'm somewhat doubting it. Is there a that's in runic, but the other way. Okay, let's do good.
Where it is good to help.
Suppose I don't know if I should save that resource for later on. I guess realistically, I don't no reason to. Here's my tears.
Fine piece of work. If I say so.
See, when I want to
Myself.
get the ancient stuff, I assume I won't need the certain stuff that I'm doing here.
Have fun eating out your righteous fury.
I don't think I need a resurrection. Well, maybe I'll check it out. Superior. Yeah, so I think I still have one. Nothing
If
undiscovered. All right.
you're not in a hurry.
What you got, buddy? Shock arrows inflict more shock. Obviously, I'm taking it. Shock duration increase. Okay. Should have some sockets. Not really sure why it gives me the notification for random stuff like that. I mean, I get it. Boy, I still have not used that. I need to. Need to use the little summon thing. Anything
Just make
hiding
sure you
around
watch
here?
each other's backs in the storeroom. Wouldn't want to lose my loyal customers.
Where'd you learn how to do that, Sindri?
Well, after Brock and I...
Storeroom. Where are you at? Oh, okay. Yeah, it was way out here. What?
Part of
After your storeroom.
Come, boy.
I don't believe I was
Feels
able to
like
get to
it
that
wasn't
yet because I
long
think the
ago
level of
we hunted
the
deer.
lake was
Now we fought dark elves.
either the lake was just too high
Oh,
or the world
it's
serpent was
right.
just way too far into
I
the.
feel like we could be anything.
We win because we are determined, disciplined, not because we feel ourselves superior.
Sure, I know. It's just, it feels good to be strong, you know?
Yes, I know.
I really appreciate. I'm assuming I don't recall. I guess if they have the same voice actor for Kratos or not, but he's doing a fantastic job in this game. I have to say. Just with the way, like, even with like the way he said "I know" and stuff. Which, I know I'm kind of like it's kind of probably sound like I'm talking my ass, but just with the way that he said that, you know, it's just like you can kind of feel the emotion from like the other games and shit. Okay, no knockback. That's cool. Okay, wait a minute. Possibly took me longer than it should have to realize that wasn't doing anything. Regeneration is super high. Alright, I'll appreciate it if you stop that. I wonder, did I not get stamina down enough to... Oh, stomp you into the ground.
Whoa.
Also take that, because it kind of kicked my ass for a little bit there, I will say. Alright, so let's just assume that that does nothing. Alright. Obviously I use this, but I thought maybe...
Stuck.
Wonder
yeah,
if
yeah.
there's another crystal around we could use on those roots.
Yeah, boy, I wonder that. I wonder.
There we go. Want me to shatter it?
Maybe.
Oh, I'm gonna like this. Strange though. Found
Oh, I
it
bet I get to...
invisible
Okay, so I can move this one up. Get the other roots with
That
it.
crystal. I shot it once, but it's glowing again.
Ow! Boy, there's a couple more of these than I expected. Was that it? What's down here?
Ah, More of those. Good.
Cups. Nothing additional, right? Seems like a good place that that explosion spot would do. Maybe open like an extra door or something. Somebody actually behind me? Oh, okay. Oh boy. So I don't know if punching actually made a difference on this guy or not. Alright, so we'll let this guy get back a little bit. So it did. Alright. Where you at? Oh, you're through the walls. That's cool. Not even a problem, my man. Oh, okay, so I can change him. Ooh, it's dark in here. Well, if you hurry up here, maybe we'll actually get through this wall. What's over there? Okay, okay. I think that's fine. Actually, yeah, there's... I keep thinking I could just break the vines, but it's not that easy.
Keep it up.
Not yet.
Ooh!
At the ready.
He didn't like that. There we go.
I did okay. Yeah?
Nah, dude, you did fine.
Look, there's a bridge over there. But how do we get to it?
Alright, so you... good to do that, right?
We gotta find a way to lower that bridge. That has to be the way out of here.
Got it, dude. I was actually a little worried that maybe I misread that entire situation and I was wrong. Go ahead and read this.
This one's called Emir. Mother tried to tell me this one, but I think I was too young. Are giants coming out of his armpits? That might be Odin's talking.
See, I'm assuming that's not anything, but... seals are a little bit easier to deal with than the bells, I feel. Bells, you have to kind of figure out where they're at, and then figure out what order to hit them in, because then you gotta do it in a time period, or time frame. One is down, however, so... I can only assume... that one would be a way across the way. Be up there. Okay.
on the other side.
Well, well, well. That wasn't enough. Well, this way.
I will never get tired of shattering things with this.
Yeah, so nothing is...
Nightmare!
Dude, keep you and your nightmares out of here, alright? Alright, do not possess that man. Completely fine with fighting you guys. I did. No, crazy ass possessed dudes are not my thing. Come get some. Probably wouldn't have backed up had I known that he was just going to kind of be your average ass dude. Get this little thing red.
Boy, over here.
Boy.
Yes, sir.
That's the kind of attitude I like to hear.
Okay. That's going in the journal.
How about that, huh? Did I miss something? Also, where that rune be at, huh? Am I just blind? I guess runes, I should say. We'll move forward a little bit, but I ain't leaving you back there. I feel like I'm missing you.
It's getting colder. We must be near the top.
Yeah, definitely missed you, didn't I? Oh, I can pull the... Okay. Can you let go? Okay. Sorry, it was just me. I was stupid. Hey, it's that thing I talked about like forever ago where I figured somebody would grab me one of these times out here. Well, we're phasing through the ground and all sorts of shit.
Follow me, Atreus.
Hey. Stomping the yard up in here, god dang. Alright, can I hit this without taking the axe out? Yeah, I can. That's 2 of 3. Where's the last one at, though? Let me take my time here, because if I go slow, I might see it a little easier and not be a moron for so long. Okay, so gonna be a moron for a little longer. I assumed it would have been in there. This bridge does not go any further up. Where, if I was a... Oh, well, there he is, huh? I don't know about you. 1 of 3, alright. There's a lot of shit in there, and I feel like some of that I can possibly use. Pretty sure that's some armor in there. Alright. Unstoppable aura.
Not long now, Mom.
So I'm not sure. I'm assuming... I don't know why I broke that. Can't tell if we're going to get to the top and then some shit's going to go down that causes me not to be able to do the thing we came here for.
Look!
Or
We're so close now.
if we actually do the thing and something else just happens. Well,
Your
the
quiver.
boy doesn't get taken,
Strap broke
surely.
when we fought the dragon. It's alright. I can hold it.
Stop.
Cutscene.
Broken quiver will slow your draw. Pain we endure. Faulty weaponry we do not. This will do for now. Good?
Good.
Such a handyman.
Go. Steady, boy. Mind your footing.
Can't tell. Did I miss? Did he just toss an arrow off to the side like it was nothing, or? God damn it! I don't want to keep using all the health. I just assume it's an item. That snow, though, man, that's pretty cool.
Right behind
Oh my god, the combo.
Bring him down.
What are you? Oh boy. Not what I wanted to do, but definitely don't want to be stuck in like fucking wombo combos for days. That's kind of what it seemed like was happening. The initial little group of them out. Nice. All right. Never done this, so. That surprisingly worked more than I expected, actually.
I'll fire more arrows next time if you give the word.
I do appreciate how it's like. I guess I didn't pay attention if I had an upgrade that allows him to just murder people, but he's like, "Get him, Dad!" And literally just beheads him. I'm pretty sure. I feel like I heard something about getting drunk. Bottoms up. This is still something I can't affect yet, I believe.
There must be some way up.
This crack in the
You
wall.
hear those
Why didn't I
voices
see it
too, right?
before?
Yes. Be silent.
Blowing in from the east here. You know why we're here. Our last visit managed to loosen your tongue.
That sounds like the same man who came to our house. You said you killed him.
You brought company this time.
Well, they're showing back up, eh?
Must be important if the sons of Thor deign to grace me with their presence. Tell me, you two still tripping over yourselves to impress Daddy?
The
Oh yeah,
tattoo
there he is. I was like, I don't see
showed he now
Balder.
travels with a child. Where would they go next?
Why would I know that?
You're the smartest man alive, aren't you?
Smarter than all the dead ones, too.
You help me, I help you. Tell me where they are.
Hmm.
I'll talk to Odin.
Your father won't let me go, Balder, and he won't let you kill me. You have nothing to offer me, so take your questions, take your threats, take these two worthless wankers, and piss off!
I like this guy.
When no one's looking, we'll be back for your other eye.
Don't you forget, we're everywhere.
We really are, aren't we?
Oh, shut up, you idiots. Let's go.
I assume this is the peak we're heading toward overall. Why his mother wanted to come here, though, I have no clue. Hopefully they'll fill us in a little bit more on that. Was it like a
the very
Bifrost
topic
portal
of
type thing?
conversation. At
tattooed man traveling with a child.
Hmm.
Boy, check their path. Make sure we're alone.
But we just saw them leave.
Do as I say.
He doesn't know what you are.
And I would keep it that way. Who are you?
Me? I'm the greatest ambassador to the gods, the giants, and all the creatures of the Nine Realms. I know every corner of these lands, every language spoken, every war waged, every deal struck. They call me Mimir, smartest man alive. And I have the answer to your every question.
Why does the son of Odin hunt us?
Okay, there are a few gaps in my knowledge.
Well, maybe not every
Odin's
right
had me
question.
in prison here for 109 winters.
That's a lot of
I'm a
winters.
clever lad. I can piece it together. Promise. Just given time.
Nobody there, just like I said.
The boy's mother is dead. She wished her...
She wanted us to spread her ashes on the highest peak in all the realms.
Oh, then you've come to the wrong place, little brother. The highest peak in all the realms is not here in Midgard. It's in Jotunheim, realm of the giants.
No!
Well, goddamn.
Not be what she meant.
Take a look. This is the last known bridge to Jotunheim in all the realms. See that mountain? Looks like a giant's finger scraping the sky. That's the highest peak in all the realms. No here.
Can't we just take that bridge? We have a Bifrost.
When the giants destroyed all other bridges to their realm, they locked this one up with a secret rune. If it still exists, only a giant would know it.
And all of them left Midgard a long time ago.
True. But today, the winds of fate have kicked up a strange vortex of coincidence. Fact is, there's only one person alive who can get you where you need to go. And luckily for you, my schedule's wide open.
We're going to Jotunheim, right?
It's your best and only move from a tactical standpoint. It's the one place the man who cannot be killed won't follow you.
The voice actor for the
What do we
Tree
do?
Man,
Yes!
Amir,
First, you need to cut off my head.
Wait, what?
Odin made
sounds
sure that no weapon, not even Thor's hammer, could
awfully
free my body
familiar.
for these bonds. But fortunately, you don't need my body. The trick is, we need to find someone who can reanimate my head using the old magic.
Old magic. There's a witch of the woods. She knows the old ways.
And she'll help. She might do worth a try.
But if she fails, he will be dead.
He tortures me, you know. Every day, brother. Odin himself sees to it personally, and believe me, there is no end to his creativity. Every single day. This isn't living.
I was gonna say I can't imagine
Oh, I can't watch
being
this.
alive but stuck on this mountaintop is exactly ideal either.
Brother, in case you can't resurrect me, there's something you need to know. Boy, the longer you wait to tell him his true nature, the more damage you do. He will resent you, and you may lose him forever.
There is much about me I would not have him know.
So you value your privacy more than your son, eh?
I'm going to cut off your head now.
Fair enough.
I figured that'd make it a little easier. Keep that little
Yona.
keychain there.
We're going to Yona. We're going to find the long-lost realm of the giants. That's...
Inconvenient.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say.
The voice actor is Alistair Duncan. Is there any other credits that this Alistair has done? I just know that the voice actor sounds awfully familiar. Like, if I thought hard enough with it, I could probably pick him out from something. If it's the
Do
same
you
person, you
remember
know.
the way to the witch's house?
But I also know that it's going to take a lot of
ones with the
thought
blonde
process, and I
leaves.
don't know that
South of the lake.
I should
know
do
just
that
where to
right
go.
now.
Hope she made it back from Alfheim and can bring Mimir back. He seemed nice. Before you cut off his head.
So this should take me back to... Back here? Path at the mountain, okay. So yeah, this should take me back to the dwarf, I believe. Mystic Gateway. Rock shop. What is this, the journey? Oh, that's the witch's hut. It'd be nice to be able to take care of Fafnir's stuff here, but I don't know that I can get to it.
Look at this place. This must be a branch of the World Tree.
Boy, stay on the path.
Right, I know.
The first time I've...
I can't believe it was Baldur that came to our house. The Aesir god. Baldur.
Alright, go in
You
here.
fought him, and won!
Yes.
One of Odin's sons, Thor's brother. And now he's hunting us with his nephews. Why is this happening?
If we can raise the head, you can ask him.
Okay. You know, it's silly, but I secretly hope we find a giant somewhere in that mountain. I guess they really did lose Midgard, except for the serpent. But maybe the last
Oh, we're in a big ass circle.
Are you the last of your kind too? Is that why you don't like to talk about
My kind.
I mean, your family. Before mother. Where you came from.
Yeah, I think it is.
Father?
There's something here? I mean, it
Now
didn't give
is
me a
not the
prompt
time for
before.
that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's just, okay. Just awaiting a dialogue
jump.
situation.
Really?
Yeah, I may have to look up who Alistair Duncan, what his credits are after the stream.
Bad idea!
Oh. Interesting. I died, I guess. We were warned not to surf the path. Boy, they got me good. He also does Celebrate More in the Shadow of Mordor and an extra voice in Troll Hunter.
Rock!
I have seen both those things, so maybe, but
Rock!
What? I'm on a fucking break. Don't hear me screeching at you whenever you're twiddling your short and curlies.
Leave him, boy.
No, Fat. Well, you already soiled my solitude, so you may as well join me.
You're not hungry.
Good. It's not what I was offering.
Saw your brother again.
Congratulations. And I'm sure you'll let him go and roger my axe good and plenty again. Hmm? Let's see the damage.
did he do anything to the axe? I assumed he. I thought we just messed with the bow.
Throat wouldn't know proper weight and balance if it were dangling off his chut. You eating well enough?
I guess.
Good. All better.
Didn't mention the fact he almost got eaten
Now
by
what the
a
fuck else
dragon,
you
but
want, huh? Times he gets so wrapped up in his work, Sentry hasn't the sense to sip or sup. And if he does remember, good luck getting him to cook it on me. Guess I got all the stomach in the family. Along with the smarts.
You miss him.
What, that spit fister? What do you know?
I just mean that.
Do you mind?
do a couple upgrades.
Trying to concentrate
Oh.
here. Already on a break from my break.
I don't imagine I'll have anything else. Craft. Dude, the pauldron shit's awesome. It's the ancient hearts and the hacks. Well, hack silver I can get probably no issue. Until I get the hearts, I'm not even
Where
gonna
were
even
we on that other thing?
worry about it. Are you gonna chat with me or no? All right, let's get out of here.
first we need to find a boat.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, why is this here? That makes sense. Guess I did lower the water, so so I'll probably try to check out and see if I can get the Fafnir place
That way.
real fast. Activate.
Behind the big statue of Thor.
I'm pointing in the right direction at least. Right here. Up and to the right a little bit. Boy, oh boy, he's a big old boy. Too far up, maybe?
I wish we could have gone on a trip like this with Mother.
Eventually, I'll have to come
She
back
could
and
fight.
get that stuff back.
Couldn't she?
Has to be on the other side of
Yes.
that, doesn't it?
She fought beautifully.
Is this anything? This free shit? I guess so, huh? Well, I should be slapping barrels up and down the 7 seas. I think this is it back here. Has he moved? Okay, so this might be, I think this is a side mission. But yeah, Fafnir's Ravine. Let's see what. Hopefully it's not going to be something super crazy.
Know any good stories to pass the time?
What kind of story?
I don't know. Mother always had stories. Weren't you told me when you were a boy?
There was a man I knew of long ago. His stories were brief and purposeful.
Sounds fun. Do you remember any?
But set that aside. We must proceed on foot.
Can we finish later?
We'll come back to that. Damn, boy.
Treasure from all different realms.
World
You
Serpent
think
is
that
sick.
Fafnir went to Alfheim too?
I do not know.
Fafnir.
Aren't you curious? He sounds interesting.
We go to the storeroom to collect anything useful for our journey.
I'll attempt
Not to
to
learn more
pronounce
about
things
the
as they
dwarf.
give them to me in the game, rather than how my culture itself would say it. So. Let's get in here. Where are we on the map? Okay, so we're on the path to the storeroom. Hey, 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 it's been a while. Don't really recall when I got this mission. I assume I had done this stuff already. Ah, Sindri's here. He's just waiting for us, man.
Have you made it out of Fafnir's storeroom yet?
Dude, I haven't even made it into Fafnir's storeroom yet. Alright. R2 it is from here on out. Not sure, I'll never remember that. Yeah, no, I get hacks over for days, so I feel like if I ever come across any of those ancients again, I'll be able to get the other armor pretty easily, but I've only come across one, and I don't know how far I am through the game. I'm assuming not crazy far, but are they just gonna toss ancients at me later? Because as of right now, I only have one, and every piece of armor needs multiple.
They must have gotten here
Unless
first.
it's... I guess I could see it being like a new game plus thing. Like you can only do it should you have the right... Or should you play the game more than once. Which, sorry to say guys, if you're watching, I'm probably not going to play it more than once. Though I have been enjoying it, but... Oh yeah, there you go. for the guy with the bullets. Yeah, I like that. Give that to me a few more times. Boy, you just fast, aren't you? All right.
Enemies down.
Not the worst thing I've ever done. See here. We got 3
Atreus, follow me.
symbols.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Of course, it's gonna be the busiest looking area in the game. Alright, so where's the runes gonna be this time? The hardest part for me to ever figure out when we're doing stuff like this is like how far away can it actually be from the actual chest? Like, you know, sometimes I'm looking way harder than necessary. Gonna assume it's up. They're all up here. They're all up on this like same level with the chest. That one back there. I feel like I saw something glowing, but I guess not. Oh, there's bells. Okay, okay. There's 2 of them. Third one. That was just a kill thing. I wasted that opportunity. Real fast. Hidden Bell, where might you be? So what do you... Alpha gun. There you are. I don't think it matters the order. A little high. Very close. Gonna find out later on in the game that if I would have hit him in the correct order, I would have got like crazy good shit out of it or something.
What's that?
What's what? Where you at? I don't think I'm getting in this way, but I did see an item.
Find another entrance.
Could it be behind the waterfall? I have to say, I feel like I've been making good progress without actually taking a lot of time tonight. Because it's only 9:10. I looked at it earlier and I was thinking it's gonna be like 9:30 or some shit. Like, nope, not tonight. Normally, I feel like I'm in one place for like ever.
Whoa.
That's healing. Always a dumb idea to... Can I open this from this side? Don't shove me out. Okay, okay. I was like, do not shove me out and lock me out, please. That'd be unfortunate. Yeah, you are. You had to turn, didn't you? Huh? Boy, is this just gonna be a pain in the ass or what? I see you over there. Give me a second. I'm shooting skeet. There we go. Had to hone it in real fast.
Boy, over here.
Roll.
Another map. Great.
Oh, this is the... Forgot about this, but that must have been the key that Sindri gave me, I think.
Looks like the Reavers made it inside. I hope they didn't take all the treasure.
Not the direction I thought I'd be coming from, but I'll take it. There's a rune over the door. Let's get this free, oh. I was gonna say get a free kill in here, but see if I can get him into something cooler, maybe. Nope, guess not. It automatically threw him. I saw that explosive pot and I thought maybe I can get him.
Some stupid pots. Draugr. No magical treasure. And no weapon.
Keep your expectations low, boy, and you will never be disappointed.
There's gonna be some cool shit in here. I can feel it. Oh, Fafnir is interesting. Okay. I assume I can use that back at the bridge area.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, don't you be coming over here. Using your invisible rails and shit to keep you from flying off. See ya. Got a stone
They
to
caught
place.
you off guard.
I wasn't expecting them.
Exactly.
That should be it. This place is a little larger than expected, I have to say. There's gonna be a little tiny gauntlet in every room. Alright, well you're getting your Oh no, second one. Oh my god, the damage. Cannot use my axe.
There's nothing but poison in this one. And the stupid birds.
Hopefully
And
that guy
useful
wasn't the sign of how
resources. The
fucking
main reason we are here.
powerful some of these things are gonna be.
However, many of these chests have been emptied.
Probably by the Reavers. I hope they didn't take Sindri's whetstone.
How are these reavers getting into these rooms with these little keys that I'm picking up? Also, could I have just shot that with an arrow? That poison thing? I remember the witch with her bow and Alfheim magic shit,
Have a good
so they
feeling
just
about
keep it
this
off.
Maybe we'll even find the whetstone.
Remember what I told you about expectations, boy.
Keep them low. I remember.
Go ahead, heal up
Good
before you go
feeling.
into this next crazy ass room. dick, dude. Oh, a second one. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Blasted him, huh? Didn't want that to happen. God, they're in that corner, and that's a bitch to deal with. Damn, 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 damn. Alright, can you take one of them out at least? Yeah, okay. Give me that shit.
So much for my good feeling.
I did not realize that I could block the little wave that comes across the ground. So that's cool. Kind of something I learned from the dragon back there. But I still didn't, I guess I didn't expect it. I guess I just don't assume that a shield's gonna save me from anything coming at me from the ground. So. Alright, where have I been? Have I been to everywhere other than like this one?
Ready yourself, boy.
Really good. Gonna do your man like that?
I was ready for them this time.
I saw.
So I should keep my expectations low, but always expect an attack?
This one
It
gonna
is
light
a
up?
delicate balance.
Yeah, okay,
Expect
so I
the
had
worst.
should be this
Assume
one and
nothing,
then that one, I
and
believe.
always anticipate an attack.
Sure is a lot to remember.
I need to make sure I'm using the bow more often. Good. Rise. Alright, are you the last one?
Still no whetstone.
That seems like the last
Only
one.
one room left. I know I shouldn't hope, but do you think we'll find it there?
No.
I mean, maybe. Hey, there's a chest in here. And maybe they just don't realize what the whetstone really is. Maybe it's just so nice. They're like, ah, it's just a normal ass whetstone. Nothing to take with us here. Alright, last one, I think. I think we're on our way out of this place. Get hassled on my way out or what? I do have to say that I do respect the fact that they don't throw things at you, because I feel like a lot of games, like every time you'd come out of those doors, they would just, you know, they'd have like a little horde of enemies every time, just to kind of like make it a little bit more complicated. Of course, it's going to make it obvious as well, but is this a boss? This is a larger room. This feels like a boss. Gonna be a troll. Is there gonna be a troll coming here? Stay out of the middle for now. Hey, hey, hey! What is this? Wrath of the Frost Ancient, light runic attack. Let's view it in the menu. I haven't changed anything for a while. Leviathan's Wake is what I have, which is thorough. You like the throw though. That's why I have a problem getting rid of it. That's kind of cool. I want to stick with what I got for now. Ooh, I leveled up. Increases resistance to interruption during his attack. We'll check all these first before I just buy any. Increases resistance to interruption. Oh, okay. Maybe I should read the top. Increases maximum number of targets to 5. Dude, I haven't even used that once, have I? While barehanded, aim and press R1 to instantly recall the Leviathan axe and perform a powerful spin. Neat. Like a second follow-up attack. Okay, we'll start here. Switch stances by pausing momentarily after a Leviathan axe attack. Once on a new stance, press R1 to perform a sweeping. Deep. What do you got though? Potions? I'm not even gonna think about the arrow stuff. I use quite a bit, so it seems like a no-brainer. That greatly increases arrow damage and melee damage. Yeah. Greatly increases the Talonbow's firing rate. Alright, so I got all the new upgrades for that. I guess I don't have all these, do I? Interesting. I guess I use the axe more often, which is why I do that. We'll leave these things for now. Let's go to this and we'll grab this one. Hold on, one to charge a more powerful stone. Ooh, 4,500. Afford a couple of these. All right, we're in here. I won't remember half that yet, so. Hey, man, I was coming.
So, you back to piss on my corpse, you ungrateful little. Who are you two?
We're looking for a whetstone. Have you seen it?
Aye, there was one in this room. My son sharpened his dagger on it. Right before stabbing me in the back.
What?
Little bastard thought it was his turn to lead my crew. I was hard on him, sure. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. I did the same thing to my dad when I was his age.
He killed his own father?
Lesson learned: don't have a kid.
He may
You're
be
a leader
bastard,
of a bandit crew.
but he's my bastard. You'll get no help from me, fool.
Then his dagger will help.
Hey! That's mine! Hey!
Come, boy. We are leaving.
There we go. Oh, boy, 2. Oh, come on, you. Pissing each other off yet? What's going on here? Damn, damn, damn. I think you're allowing me to do this, right? All right. I get to ride you around and beat the fuck out of things. Yeah, that's right. That's what I like to see. You son of a bitch. Hey, you. There we go.
Your skill continues to grow.
Where's the other one died at?
For a pair of pasty fiefus, you sure can fight. I'll give you that.
That all right. All right, that was a little more stressful than I expected. I didn't see getting a damn ogre, let alone two. All right, so I'm going straight back. Oh, it's all open now. That's cool.
Why would his son betray him like that? Kill his own father? Over some treasure?
Did I do
Seems
that?
so greedy.
Remember
Oh yeah, that's
what
how I got
told
in
you,
here.
boy. Assume nothing.
Well, sure. He didn't seem like a great father, but
You only know half the story.
guess.
What do you know? It's one of those guys.
Be ready.
Good God, yeah. We'll just be cheap and do it this way, huh? You son of a bitch.
I'm not ready.
Health would be cool. God damn. take that, I guess. I deserve that. Satyr Sigil of Toughness, rare enchantment. Increases poison or resistance to poison by 50%. It was nice. I am at least, I guess, one step closer to getting some of those nicer cauldrons, I guess. Of course, he about murdered me where I stood, but press the button. Dum, dum, dum.
You
Sindri.
didn't happen to find that.
We found no whetstone. This dagger belongs to the Reaver who took it.
They took most of the good stuff.
Oh? Well, here, take this. In exchange for the dagger.
Bird Huntsman. Activate while aiming to
The
slow
dagger
down
you brought
time.
me is quite interesting. And our
Kind of nice. I'm not gonna worry about it for now, though.
was designed, but the construction is sound. Where in the temple did you find this?
In a Reaver's back.
Oh. Oh.
He mentioned he was part of a larger clan. Maybe they took the whetstone?
Quite
Horn of
possibly.
Hyde.
I
No
know I've
crafting.
seen this design before.
2 of 3. I can get the gauntlets now. Are cool as shit, I will say. More belt. Boy, I'm gonna have
And
to
what do you have
bring
your
this
eye
armor.
on?
Yeah, I gotta get one.
Wear it in good health.
But actually it used something different than the hearts, actually, didn't it? Maybe no. Ancient Rebel. Okay, so I only need one more heart then, and I can actually make that. See if we can upgrade it. Ancient Rebel, I guess.
Now, there is something else to tell you.
Tell me. Is that just flavor? Like, is that a flavor text thing, or does like he actually have things he wants to say to me? Walk away, come back, see. Yeah, because sometimes I do have the chat option.
I know it's not my business, but if I were you, I'd wash off that symbol painted on your neck.
We were told it would help protect us. Was that a lie?
Oh, no, it's a protection stave, all right, but you can't render that pigment into paintable texture without blending it with boar urine.
Oh.
And is that really better than death?
Maybe a little.
Well, it's your neck.
I can see why Sindri and Brock wouldn't get along so well. But it is kind of an interesting little story that they have going on, you know, because like they obviously care. Well, Brock at least has shown that he cares for Sindri. But that noise in the shadow from that world serpent is intimidating to say the least.
So what story were you going to tell?
There was one that concerned a hare and a tortoise.
Like the witch's house?
Unlikely.
So what happens?
They wager on a race between them. The hare is too confident of victory and foolish, while the tortoise is steady and disciplined. The tortoise wins.
You haven't told a lot of stories, have you?
Too busy becoming legend, that's why.
That's some statue. Who built it, you think?
I do not know.
Where are you leading me? Back here. All right. Witch's Cave. It's been a while since I've been back here, so ideally I'll be able to do a few of those hidden things around the area that I couldn't mess with last time. But I also know that I've just been missing a lot of stuff. We'll see. Path is much longer than I remember. Of course, once again, it's been very, like, in real time, it's been a while since I've been back. That's not how you dock it. Okay, so I could actually, instead of having to row all the way out, I can actually teleport to...
Huh?
The water dropped.
When the serpent rose. Right. I knew that.
Teleport back to Rock and instead of having to do all the other shit.
I know she's really powerful.
Oh, that's a root. I was like, what kind of creature is that thing? God dang.
Head back to life?
She seems competent in her craft. And we have nothing to lose.
If she can't bring it back
That's
to
true.
life,
He is just a dead man
Would
hanging
you
on her
bet?
side at this point.
No. But you may feed it to the fish.
okay.
Funny. Alright. So there's a chest that I've been to. Okay. I guess I... All right. You know, I didn't expect a whole bunch of shit to go down whenever I did that, but... What are you? Guess nothing.
Hey, this does more than decipher those Muspelheim runes. It also
Ooh.
contains the travel rune. Should we go visit the fire realm?
Now I can
I bet this will lead out.
step those. Is there a reason to climb this? Guess so. Wait a minute, I don't wanna go out yet. This might actually be the way to go now that I'm doing that. I wasn't done researching. Yeah, that was a cipher. Still can't do jack with that. That's open. Nothing down there. See what happens if I go to the end of the bridge here.
Atreus, follow me.
Okay, so that was one symbol down. Oh, the water lowered too. Okay, okay. So I actually might be able to get to a lot of it. Wonder what was in the. I wonder what was in the water that I didn't want to see earlier, but. All right. Okay. So I'm assuming. I wasn't sure that that was going to work, but it did, and I won't complain. Lions. All right, where's the last one? I guess. Probably do this. And boom. Dead man. Here he is. Does one like me imagine the tomb be somewhere else? That's just a light. That's not what I'm looking for. The other two seem pretty obvious, and now I'm kind of worried I missed one. We'll see. It definitely seems like one could be there. Haven't noticed any otherwhere else.
Here, boy.
Another map. Bet we'll find something useful here. This is locked up.
I'll react with it just because I'm afraid I'll miss out on something if I don't, but there you are.
Come on, let's go open that chest.
Still don't recognize if those symbols on the bag actually make a difference for what you get. I assume they do, but I have not correlated the symbols with the items yet. I mean, they seem rare enough that I imagine that makes sense. Let's see what you are, huh? Seemed like an area with a bunch of those. You bitch. Hey, hey, hey! Did I win? Heard a lot of noise all of a sudden at the end of there.
Hey, I think I see another one of those bowls of sand up there that I drew the runes into. Not sure how we reach it. There's something up there.
Done with you? Can now.
Father, look up there.
Alright, that looks good enough. Alright, yeah, I see it. I definitely see it. Can I climb up here? I wonder if this is someplace that I can't do anything with yet.
Look up there.
Oh, maybe. He probably doesn't jump that.
Well, that's way too far to jump.
Okay. Makes sense.
This will be fun.
Alright.
Almost there.
Maybe I'll get the item that allows me to use the green
Can't
orb.
jump over with those wooden boards in the way.
Why don't I just do fucking everything then, huh? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I can climb up that block.
It's another one of those sand bowls. There are different runes written along the side of this one.
Well, draw it in the sand, man, so I can... Oh, wait.
Look here.
Yes, sir.
Am I just a genius or what? You forced me to look? Alright, I'll look over there, I guess. Big camera. You... Alright, whatever. Murder of Crows Runic Summon. Ooh. I might. Damage for that one's... Actually, Murder of Crows is better. I'm gonna do that one. I like the idea of the crows anyways. So... That's what this one does. Is that it? There's no real reason for me to go up there. Also, can I not jump down? Could I jump down if I was there, maybe? We'll check it out real fast. But after that, we're going to head up to the top to get that witch. Because this seems like somewhere I could jump down, right? Is that what that... Is that the idea, maybe? I don't know. And this thing... Can you... get over here, maybe? How's with you, kid? Alright, yeah, that does nothing yet. So we're gonna get something later on. Gotten everything that I can see up till this point. And this thing can be moved around. Go check out the dock over here. And then if nothing happens from that, like these carpets. If nothing happens from that, we'll climb up the wall and get out of here for the witch. Nothing there. And nothing there. What do you know? Nothing I can do, so I am out of here. $9.51, so I'm still making pretty decent progress. I don't know what this is either, though. Is that part of it? Is it like a redirection thing? I bet that's what it is. I bet you I redirect that maybe across the way or something. Beam, maybe? Look up.
Turn back Aesir. Guess the gods are welcome here.
Turn back.
There he is. I hope he remembers us.
Oh, the turtle. I thought we were talking about maybe like the boar. I was like, I don't know if you want him to remember you. Last thing that happened with him, we shot him multiple times. All right, read to me. Oh wait, here we go. Read to me, boy.
Here. Boy.
Hold on. Let me read this.
XP.
How's it going, Charlie? Is your witch friend here?
What is that name?
Sure.
That's what he told me it was. Or what it sounded like in my head, anyway. Charlie.
Kratos knows more about probably why he's hearing things than he kind of lets on. You know, I didn't expect to have a fight here, actually. Boy, oh boy, there's just a gaggle of them, huh? Ah, that explains why he wasn't down to clown. Can I do something with this?
What does it say?
Sir. Save their neat things upon all who trespass.
We check the map real fast. Yeah, that direction. Well, this new back here. Bad to explore. Been capable of being explored, so I guess so. This wall says here. Or we can shoot at it, that's cool.
Can you read it?
Yes, sir. Death to the Raven God, Lord of the Hanged.
This seems like some. Runic magic. Find and solve the 3 seals, unlock it. Maybe I haven't been up here then. Thought I had? Them ravens, dude. How does one even know? I'm gonna guess if I had the green beam, it would allow me to...
Here, boy.
Pixar? The Easter egg is this?
I know those rooms. That's Vinder. When? Must be for that sand bowl down there.
Alright, well... We'll just wait on this one for now, because I am almost positive I'm missing shit on that, so... Maybe if I get his head back, he'll be what actually reveals those symbols to me. Because I feel like either there was one that was just complete luck the one time, or I solved one that was definitely not meant for me to get yet.
What does it say?
Falcon, hawk, and turtle dove. Swim aloft in oceans above. Ah. Wind. Vinder.
Dude, sick. I didn't... Okay.
Look what it did!
Busted open. Another summon. Check it out. Cool. I mean, I haven't even had a chance to actually try out the crows yet, so. Alright, so let's get inside. I want to assume maybe that green light stuff will be granted to me via this little situation here.
Father, she is here. It's
You know?
so good to see you again. I knew you weren't dead.
Hello.
Oh, can you bring a head back to life?
I'm not sure I understand what... Wait. Where did you get those? The arrows. Give them to me, now.
They were a gift.
Do as she says, boy.
These arrows are dangerous. They're wicked. You find any more, you destroy them, understand?
Odd.
Do you understand? Say it!
I understand. If I see them, I'll destroy them.
It's all I ask. Forgive me. Please, take my arrows in their place. I have no need for them anymore.
Boy, we didn't get to keep the arrows very long, did we?
Now, what's this about a head? Do you have any idea who this is? Did you kill him?
At his request. He claimed you could revive him.
Me? Are you sure you heard him right?
Please?
We had to help her
Take him
keep a
to the
boar
table.
alive.
Hey,
And we're
Miller.
about to bring this head.
It's been a long time since
Back
I've
to life.
practiced the old magic. Hold him there. Let's have a look. Well, thankfully his head hasn't decayed much and his brain is still intact. Nice clean cut. Cutting off his head of all people. I sure hope you know what you're doing. Now, hold his head under the water and don't let go. I mean it.
It's gonna be a Medusa situation. We'll just have a head that we just pull out at random.
That's enough.
It worked!
Brought the color right back.
Let me see him. Mimir, you there?
Yes.
Good.
Oh. Hello, Freya. Been a long time. You look well.
What I did for them. As far as I'm concerned, death suits you better.
I'd bow if I could, Your Majesty. Forgive me. Had I known the witch in the woods was Freya herself, I never would have suggested this.
Freya? The goddess Freya?
You didn't know either? Sorry.
When word gets out that Mimir is free, the wrath of Odin won't be far behind.
You are God.
Leader of the Vanir, once yes, but no longer.
You did not think it important to tell me.
Are you really going to lecture me about that?
We are leaving, boy.
But
Now.
You're welcome.
He is pissed off.
why did you do that?
We cannot trust her.
Because she's a god?
Have I taught you nothing, boy?
But she's helped us a lot.
She lied.
Some people value their privacy. Best not to judge, brother.
When I require your counsel, Head, I will ask.
Fair enough. Get me to Tyr's temple in the Lake of the Nine, and I'll get you to Jotunheim as promised.
We know the temple. What's there?
Only the last living giant in Midgard. Who better to tell us the way?
The world serpent? Wait, do you know how to talk to him?
Indeed. He speaks an obscure tongue more ancient even than these mountains. None are left in Midgard who speak it. Except, of course, for me.
You do?
It's true. You wouldn't know it to look at him, but Jormungandr is a sparkling conversationalist.
It has not notified me yet that he is going to give me an ability, so I want to say that the green orb stuff is for later. Say what I'll probably do. Oh well. Go to the Serpent's Horn. Kidding, I'm just teleporting there, but I don't know that it'd be faster or not, since I have to get out and then get the boat. And
Why did Freya spit in your face?
No. Speak of Baldur. He claims nothing harms him.
Aye, Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
The boasting of a god. Everyone has a weakness.
Not him, I'm afraid. Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
You just said that, Mimir.
Did I?
What is the source of this power?
Well, as I recall, it involved, a spell?
Mimir?
Parts of my brain must still be coming back to life. Just need a moment to finish waking up.
coming back, or is he losing
Hope he's
them?
not broken.
So I have that rune. Where am I at? I'm here. I may try to see what the
We're in the lake.
Perfect. Dock us near the bridge.
bridge. Okay, I'm gonna do this stuff real fast. See what I can do for the like, what do they call it?
Mimir, you never did tell me why Freya spit in your face.
Enough. No stories. Not while on foot. Our focus is the road.
Completely understand. I'll finish later, lad.
I guess it's now. This might be the one I couldn't get on earlier. Yeah, it must be. Go to the next one over, see if we can't translate that thing. What level am I? Where do you even tell? I don't see that.
Mimir, you never did tell me why Freya spit in your face.
You're not gonna hear it
She
again.
blames me in large measure for her present circumstances, and not totally without reason. Or I can just tell you this story later.
Let's see what this is.
Tyr's braziers, a symbol of the light that binds all realms together.
Why would he use those strange runes, though?
Now you mention it, he wouldn't.
Is it a bad idea? Oh,
This needs a different
Oh,
cipher
boy.
than the one we have.
well then, I guess I'm not doing that. Going to the bridge. I guess I should have taken the portal. Oh. Yes, I still can't I? Their portal is there now, at least, so I can use that whenever need be. This may be slower, though, now that I think about it. Oh well. on.
Well, you gentlemen certainly know how to get around. Why don't you tell me how all this began with Boulder?
He just knocked on our door.
Boulder of Asgard just knocked on your door.
Yeah.
Stay on the
he
path,
just showed
it
up and
says.
started a fight. He said he
Don't
wanted
jump
to know
off,
something.
because that'll murder me.
He said, I know what you are.
Oh, well, we'll circle back to that later. What exactly did he want to know?
I was under the floor by then.
He said I already knew what he wanted. Perhaps he mistook me for another.
Huh, that's quite interesting.
Through the door.
How do we speak to the serpent?
There's a horn on a platform at the middle point of the bridge. Take me to it.
Finally! That horn!
Come on in, then. So much for peace and quiet.
Ready to get that. And bye. The armor, okay. Bye. Anything else?
Come back
Oh, wait a
soon
minute.
with more crap you found.
I get ambushed before I get there, huh? Okay. Very specific, I guess.
Good. Now put my lips to the horn.
That bass, though.
Why is he doing that?
Odin had that statue made in honor of Thor. And seeing as the world serpent absolutely abhors the fat dauber, he was probably sick of looking at it.
But doesn't that hurt?
Well, he and Thor have a bit of an unpleasant history between them. Or they will, anyway. So I guess waking up to see it was worse than the thought of lumps of solid stone passing through his gullet. You want me to ask him?
No. Our only concern is Jotunheim.
Alright, wish me luck. Ooh, ha, ha, ha. You and me.
Damn.
I've still got it, lads. He remembers me. Why you? Oh no, that's not right. Mokuno Huntun Kun. Eko no Tuno Punora. He knows the pain of your loss. He will help you. Efniun Fobur. Curious.
What is it?
Oh, nothing to be concerned about.
What is he doing?
Making sure we're headed in the right direction. Listen closely now.
It's pushing us, that's cool.
We need two things to get us into the land of the giants. First, we need to learn the travel rune that opens realm travel to Jotunheim. Second, we need to carve that rune into the special gateway.
That one on the peak where we first met you?
Correct. Except the giants, in their infinite wisdom, saw to it that no ordinary chisel would do the job. Only the tip of a magical chisel opens that gate. Luckily, I know where it is, and it's not far.
He looked kind of mad for a moment there.
Now that, you thought I said you were friends of Odin. You'll forgive me. Never spoken the ancient tongue sober.
Wait, look! The water's dropped even further. You can see more of the realm towers and
No.
statues. I even see new places to explore along the shore.
Where is this chisel?
Find me a boat, and we'll go from there.
Oh boy, more places to explore. That's cool, but also a lot going on. Jump it. All right. Well. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out. It's about the end of my stream here, so this will be where I call it for the night. Like I said again, appreciate everybody coming out, and we will probably be back with this. What is today? Wednesday. So I may not get to play this again this week. If I'm free on Friday, I may come back and play it just as an extra stream. Otherwise, tomorrow I think we're gonna do a little bit of No Man's Sky, maybe again, the guys. Been a good time. So if anybody wants to come out and see that, go ahead. Otherwise, if you're in here and you want to, feel free to unfollow me. I'd appreciate it, and I'm sure everybody else would appreciate it as well. That'll be it. You all have a good night. See you later, History fan. Everybody have a good night.